So recently, there's been a pretty big leak about Phantasmal Flames. So in this video, I want to give you guys all the context of what has just recently happened. You may have already heard of this, but if not, I'll explain the backstory of this whole leak, which has been a big deal to the Japanese market. So as you can see here, from this post, it shows a Phantasmal Flames pack, which Phantasmal Flames hasn't been released yet, but next to it they show a card, and this card is a Meowth. As you can see here on the bottom left, PFL, which is Phantasmal Flames. You can see it right here. Looks real. I mean, photoshopping. I mean, you look at these angles and stuff. It's pretty much, not photoshopped. It's real. Now, the background to this. So, basically, this person found this Phantasmal Flames pack from a Destined Rivals blister, and they opened it, and they pulled this card. Now, this is pretty crazy that out of all the cards they could have pulled, they pulled this one, because this card was supposedly, by some people, a Japanese exclusive. Supposedly. Now, if you actually go and look at some background information from a reputable, website, PokeBeach, they actually have stated in this post about Inferno X, it's possible our Phantasmal Flames will contain the unreleased Meowth and Paldean Wooper promos from last November's Starter Deck Generation Special Battle Set, which is Japanese. Now, I'm not exactly sure, has this been confirmed in Phantasmal Flames? I'm not exactly sure, but as you can see here on the left side, what is there? The Meowth. So this was supposedly by some, supposed to be exclusive to Japan from the starter deck, but as we can see here, based on this post, it's not, because this person, out of all the cards they could have pulled, they pulled the card that sort of leaks what is in Phantasmal Flames, and it's the Meowth. Like, out of all the cards, if you think about, out of all the, different cards they could have pulled, they pulled the exact one which people were speculating on the Japanese side that it was going to be exclusive to Japan, and based on this, it's not. Now, personally, for me, does this affect my perspective on Phantasmal Flames? I mean, not really. If anything, it's probably good for Phantasmal Flames. But for the people on the Japanese side, this has been, a tragedy if you were speculating on this card. Because as you can see in this post, RIP, you can see what's happened here. So they're in euros. This person is somewhere in Europe. But you can see here, this Meowth, right? This is the Japanese Meowth. What has happened in a very short period of time? You can see here, these cards, you can see, have gone all the way from being $400 all the way down, or 400 euros, to 200. And you can see the span here. Okay, it's day and month because it's in Europe. From October 1st all the way to October 4th, when this got, revealed, it's dropped in half in price. Now, this isn't surprising, because here's the thing. Usually, besides, the trainer cards, you guys know what, that may be more expensive on the Japanese side, it happens. But generally speaking, English cards, for the most part, are going to be more sought after than Japanese cards. I know there's a lot of people like Japanese, I get it. But generally speaking, people in the United States, most people collect English cards. The only reason why they collect Japanese cards, if we're in a bull market, things are cheaper. You guys get the point, right? You guys probably know this. So the fact that we know this card is not going to be exclusive on the Japanese side and is coming to Phantasmal Flames, it's tanked the price. Now, there are some arguments I've seen in some of these comments where some people are claiming there should be no effect to the Japanese side because they're completely different, languages and people collecting whatever. But I mean, the data shows. And I think it was very obvious that people were just speculating on this card being an exclusive, because if not, then I don't think the price would be 400 euros or whatever that converts to dollars. I don't think that'd be the case, but now that it has been confirmed, basically, at this point, that this card's going to be in Phantasmal Flames, prices dropped significantly in a very short period of time. Now, this is just one of those things which, I don't really do, and sort of this shows why I don't do it. I don't speculate really heavily on singles. Now, you can do extremely well on singles. I'm not saying you can't, buy a single and it won't go up, but to speculate on this fact, and especially we got some news from PokeBH, it's possible this would be the case. I don't know where the information is coming from, where they know this might be a possibility, but just to speculate so heavily on this card and pay this much, saying that there's no way that it's going to come to the English side. I mean, think about all the people. There's probably some one or a group of people out there that speculated extremely heavy on this singular card that in literally a span of a few days lost 50% of their money. Now, people are gonna laugh. People are gonna, like just like a clap and round of applause for people losing money. But it's a tragedy for those who did that. But it's just the risk you take, right? It's just the simple fact. It's a risk you take speculating on a card. But that's why for me, I don't do this. I don't speculate on singles. I'm trying to play this game because it is a more high stakes, I guess game you're playing. If you're speculating, then that's why I don't really play this game. So hopefully you guys out there did not speculate on this being the case where maybe this was an exclusive to Japan, to the Japanese side of Pokemon. And hopefully, even if you did, hopefully you just bought one or two cards. Because if not, if you bought a large amount of these cards, maybe in the thousands of dollars, well, you just lost half of your money, and it's highly likely it will continue to go down. When more people find out about this. So, it is what it is, and it's very interesting that this leak, literally from somebody opening a pack, right? Here from a Destin Rivals pack, a blister, pulled the card that has caused this huge news to break out about this card being in Phantasmal Flames. Now it's kind of interesting. I didn't actually know Pokemon, or I guess from whatever we got from this, and we saw these cards. I'm surprised that this wasn't confirmed or how this works. Like, is it possible we're gonna get some other cards that we don't know of? Because this is what it just shows is in Inferno X, and this was not really confirmed that this would be in here. So I wonder if there's some other cards that Pokemon maybe has thrown in Phantasmal Flames that people don't know about. It's interesting to think about. But yeah, people that speculate on this card got destroyed on it. So let's read some of the comments here. Another case of it's never over until TPCI says it is. Yeah, I mean, especially on a singular card, people speculating, it's not even confirmed. Like, that's a lot more risky than I would say for somebody saying maybe for sealed or something. Singles just in general, just everything around surrounding it is just more risky. They have these sets planned out in months out months in advance. They don't just see card prices go up and go, let's add this card last minute to nuke the market. So yeah, this person, I guess they responded to this person saying that they decided to do that. I mean, I don't know. This person pulled single-handedly destroyed FOMOers. So I guess they're referring to, I guess, I don't know if it's a different person, but it was this person, whatever. I usually open packs just for fun, but now I actually have a chase card for Phantasmal Flames, really hoping we can all get our hands on one. Well, Phantasmal Flames is a pretty small set, so your chances of getting this card is not that difficult, or as comparatively just other sets. Good. Tanked. Guessing the English copy is going to be manipulated like the illustration rare Marshadow. The page on the right looks neat and helpful. What site is that? Okay, whatever. This pleases me. I've often wanted to make a bunch of fake accounts, start dumping cards, and get on the scalper sites. Okay, now we're just getting to the point of just people like, whatever. So you guys get the point here. What do you guys think about this? Does this change your mind about anything about Phantasmal? Does it make you want Phantasmal even more? Seems like this card is pretty sought after. This Meowth card, it's a pretty cool artwork. So this, I guess for the case of Phantasmal Flames of the set, probably makes it a little bit better. For some, maybe it doesn't matter too much. But hey, if this card is this sought after, maybe it increases the value a little bit of Phantasmal, especially being such a small set. What do you guys think about this situation? Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just want to share this with you all. This is just a learning lesson for those to not maybe speculate super heavily on singles, especially on the Japanese side, basing it off of something that you know nothing about, and just hearing a few people say X is going to happen, where maybe they're not going to put this in English, and here we see they did. So that's all I want to share with you all. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one.